So today we are going to install and review a Mustang seat on the Can-Am Spyder RT. If you would look at this machine and think that this is the lap of luxury and comfort, and for the passenger it is. For the driver, not so much. So I've had Mustang seats on two previous cruisers, including the one I've got over here. They've been super comfortable. So I purchased one and we're going to try it out. I don't know if you can see my Yamaha back there. You would think this is the most comfortable of the three bikes. You'd actually be wrong. This is the most uncomfortable of the three bikes. This one I had a custom seat made for it. This one's got a Mustang on it. This has got a stock seat. So we're going to replace this one up with a Mustang. First thing we're going to do is unwrap it for you here.
Go.
Okay. I didn't buy this direct from Mustang. I bought it off by a guy from eBay who said it was brand new. It came in a Mustang box. We'll see. Oh, yeah, I definitely say it's new.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah, right? Christmas, they cost me $600. I believe these are like $730 on, if you go on Mustang's website. I like the stitching.
Looks nice.
Oh wow, look at the rear, it's huge.
I want to smell it. Is it leather?
I think it's leather. There's the instructions and 2 screws. Whoop. God, I can't get over how big the back is.
This thing is massive. Dude, the back is again going to be more comfortable than the front.
Is this for the right bike?
But I like how the old one has the cup on it.
Yeah,
This
that's
doesn't
what
have
I'm
the
saying.
cuppy.
Can-Am Spyder RT 2010-2016. One-piece seat and passenger backrest. Okay, I mean, it's the right one.
Like it's got a little paper holder there. I don't know for what. It's not like you gotta take a whole.
It's got a built-in.
I'll bet you that back is again more comfortable.
Yeah. Again, it's got a built-in spot for a backrest. Of course, the Mustang backrest, another 200 bones if you want to buy the passenger backrest. If I want the matching passenger backrest, that was another, I think, 300. So I believe this is everything that we're going to need. I have my socket screwdriver and 8 billion tips with my handy kit there. I have a socket wrench and some Allen head sockets and a flathead. Of course, you can use other versions of the same tools, but I believe this is all we're going to need. But again, we haven't done this, so we don't know. We'll find out.
I need to go.
Okay, the first thing you got to do is remove the passenger backrest back here. So in order to do that, we have to come into the trunk and take out 3 screws. I have in my Spyder, I bought this for $6 on eBay. It's got, thank you for the sound effects, P-head. It's got double-sided tape so you can just stick it anywhere, and it's got a, can you see this? It's a little battery box.
Yep.
That's got a couple of double A's in it. I've had this thing in there like 2 years and still haven't used the batteries because, I mean, really, how often are you looking in your trunk at night? So if we flip it on, it will light up the trunk nice and easy for us. And
Now it looks like Las Vegas up in there.
this trunk is so deep, it does come in handy to have this thing. Anyway,
Look at it on the camera.
so I've
Pretty cool.
pulled. Yeah, we should have some. Can we? We should throw. We'll throw in some like slot machine sounds later. So I pulled out my trunk liner thing to get to the 3 screws, and this is a. I don't know what you call these, stars, a star screw thingy. Anyway, this was in my kit. It's the star-looking thing to get these out. It's not your regular Allen. So luckily, I had my super kit, which had these in it.
It's not the best lighting. Looks cool though, on camera.
All right. Okay, so now the passenger backrest should just come off. Oh, actually, you got to open the trunk a little bit, looks like. Oh, there's 2 more screws on the top. There's 2 more screws on the top.
Let's
Don't
see.
worry, we'll be right back. Oh, and of course, there's a different head.
Is it?
Yeah, of course. All right, now let's try that again. There's the passenger backrest.
That's
Okay.
already-
Next step is to pick up the seat. Interesting. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong way. That's why. Let's pick up the seat and check the camera. Okay. The
Camera's good.
we need to detach the what do you call this?
That's a shock.
Piston, yeah, shock, piston, whatever, from the seat. So we'll have to use the screwdriver to take the clip off. You're gonna have to take it off and come around the other side. Okay, so there's a clip at the end of this rod on both sides, and all you really need to do is stick a screwdriver in there and pop the clip out. Oh! And then that happens.
Yeah, that's true, huh? That would happen.
So be careful when you're taking the clip out.
That makes a lot of sense now that I
Yeah.
think about it. And I'm just gonna stick it right there.
So we're stuffing a rag down here to catch any falling bolts. The next step on this procedure will be to remove these bolts in the back of the seat. There are 2, 1 on each side. There's like a square nut on the outside and then the regular kind of bolt on the inside, which you can probably see. So we're going to remove those. So this is going to be a laborious little process here because you can only move the wrench so far. Let me see if I can feel it.
No wonder you gave me this job.
Told you it looked like a pain in the ass. Did you get it?
No.
Does it loosen up?
It's loose, but not loose enough.
I think I feel the bolt.
One fucking click
Is
at
it
a
even
time.
moving?
A little bit.
Okay. It's 3 days later. We haven't actually left the garage. It took a few minutes. These bolts are going to be a bitch to get out just because you've got no...
There's like 40 different tools here.
You've got no room to go back and forth with your wrench. So we started with a big socket to kind of loosen them up. Then we tried a little wrench and a little socket wrench until it got loose enough where we could just take the socket and twist it out with our hands. And it took way too long.
We're still not done.
Yeah, so we're just pulling the last piece out here. Here's what it'll look like when you get it out. We got the left side out already. Big bolt with a big fat square nut on the other side. And then there is 2 spacers in the...
Oh, that didn't sound good.
that was the nut falling out. You should be able to just pull it out. Yeah. Now reach down there and get that nut.
Down where?
It should be right
Right
there.
here.
Okay. So now we need to clean the 8 million tools that we used to get the 2 bolts off that really should have taken about 5 seconds to get off. We'll be right back. Okay, so next step is to lift the seat off. Now you can just kind of tilt it up, or if you have somebody to help you, but you need to unplug the rear sensor here.
3 hours later.
Yeah, I can't reach it. Can you reach it? I'll plug it from here. There we go. Oh, I just yanked that out of its hole. Push the little button. I can't do it with one hand. You gotta push the little button right there. And
Don't we need this part though?
yeah, we unscrew it on the seat after. So you unclip that, and now the seat should come off.
What about the be careful part about those spacers?
Yeah, be careful about those spacers
When
because
you're taking. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's not working.
it's not coming off. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ow.
Okay, so it just took a little jimmying to get the seat out, and it came out. So now that we got the seat out, we need to take the sensor off of the old seat, which I believe is just a couple of screws, 2 screws right there.
You need that whole thing?
Yeah, not the bracket, just the thing.
Just the plastic, right?
Yeah,
You need this whole thing or just
Yeah.
this?
No, the whole thing. Okay, 2 10mm bolts. We'll pull that off.
Actually, I don't even know why I'm using this fucking thing.
And there we go. End of old seat. We still have our spacers here, we still have our rod, and we have the 2 bolts. Okay, so we got the new seat upside down, and we are putting the sensor into the new seat.
The hell?
It's a cat. Right there. You want to use the stock. It came with 2 bolts. We're trying the stock bolts. But it came with 2 screws to go in there. Do those fit?
Seems like it.
And then you turn the thing. There you go. No, because it's probably American instead of and not metric.
Okay, where are the other ones?
Okay. So you do not use a stock. What are those, Phillips?
Yeah.
And of course, something different.
What does this sensor do anyways?
It detects if there's a rider back there, and the computer, kind of adjusts the writing to the fact that there's a passenger. I think it can detect whether they're a fat ass or not, too.
Huh. It'll say malfunction. We don't have enough suspension for this bike.
Yeah.
It's in.
Increase rear suspension air pressure. Immediately.
How did I end up doing the work? I was the cameraman.
Alright, sensor installed. Now I believe we put the seat on. So the spacers don't fit in there, so I guess we don't need those. So we're just going to try and put it on here. Oh, wow.
Love.
Wow.
Look, like I said, oh, not even perfectly in that spot though. Love's gonna be perfect in there.
Wow, it looks a lot different, doesn't it?
Nice. It's gonna look weird with your weird little.
We gotta hook the post up.
You might have to drop another $900 for the passenger back one.
Yeah. Great. Well, we'll see what it looks like here in a second.
I can already tell what it looks like. All right, before we.
So putting this back on is the same TDM as taking it off. We are trying this bendy. Oops. Why is the light not here? Bendy screwdriver thing, which is definitely helping. But you know, you got to slide the nut in its little track. Slide the bolt through, get it in the nut, and start screwing it. And it's like I said, it's kind of tedious. You know, could have been a nicer design where, like my old Spyder, you could lift up when you lifted up the seat, you could get to the bolt from underneath, and it was much simpler to get it off. But once we've got those two bolts complete, we will do the final couple steps.
Action. What are we doing?
We'll back up so you can watch how I put the clip in.
The clips. I'm good. I'm on it.
Oh, that. Okay, we're doing that one. Okay, so last two things you gotta do is once you've put those tedious, ultra tedious bolts in, we have to put the clip on. And you know what? It looks like. Do we also have to take that off of the old seat? You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing there. Please hold. So this is where that piece screws in, right there. And that came off of the existing seat, which I will show you as Chris screws that one on. Right here is where that little piece came off of.
Can you see?
Really? Now we've got that piece on there. We just clip the.
Gotta lift the clip and put it on.
That part's easy. All right, let's try. Oh wait, we gotta plug it in.
Now I don't have to hold it up anymore.
Don't forget to plug in your sensor.
On the other one there was a storage spot, but
No, it was not a storage. This clip.
No, I mean this.
Oh.
It was like something that it went up to.
See if you can clip this on. See that thing goes into a clip there.
Like sideways?
Yeah, I thought it slid like.
I mean, I see the clip on there. It's
Yeah,
right
I thought
there.
it slid.
When
When you're pulling the clip off, be careful not to pull the bottom part out of the chassis. Alright.
I have a camera, we can look at that.
It's pretty tight up front.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's a problem. Alright, so once you sit on it, it latches into place. And
Did you even tell him that it was like
yeah,
weird?
Now the glove compartment can open. But when you first put it on, this was getting stuck. It's still really close.
Still hokey as hell.
Yeah, it's still really close. Now we're going to test the latch, because if we can't open it, we won't be able to put gas in. And
No,
that
it's
would be a
still
problem.
not all the way down right now.
Oh, so you could open it? Oh.
That's what I was saying. The latches seems fucked up. Let's see if we can back it off. Unlatch it. Is it really? Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
May have been too much. Oh, that's perfect. It's still rubbing right there.
Yeah, as long as I can get it open, though, I'm okay. So once the passenger backrest is back on, what have we done? This is a huge ass back
That's
here.
meant for a 400-pound ass right there.
Can you hold the other one up next to it?
The other one's just as wide, but it's
Yeah,
got the cups.
it's the cups that make all the difference. This is like a huge, giant platform. All right, 3 bolts back in, and the rear seat, passenger rest is back. It really doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's a very close match.
If you're trying to save $900, then no, it doesn't look that bad.
Now the question is, I already want the driver's backrest. So this again has already got a hole pre-made for the Mustang driver's backrest, which is, oh my God! I have a genius idea. I have a Mustang seat with backrest right here. Will this work? I could save myself like a bazillion bucks. Oh, wait, hey. Oh, it's really low.
Does it lock though? That is a great idea. Wow.
The other one doesn't lock. It doesn't lock in the other seat.
Oh, that works.
Like I said, it's just really low. Let me try it out. But anyway, yeah, there is a driver's backrest available for this seat, as well as another passenger backrest. $300 on there, and about $200 on this one.
Where's that torque wrench we were using?
Or
the torque.
It definitely seems like it's a much bigger platform, it seems like, than the stock seat, which already seems like it's going to help, but obviously we're going to have to do some distance on it. The passenger seat, I mean, is just so huge that, I mean, it looks like you could kind of situate yourself however you wanted to get comfortable. You got so much room back there, even with the backrest. So we can do a follow-up after a few weeks, but if this is anything like the other Mustang seats I've had, it's going to be awesome and a worthy investment. I mean, the Spyder's got a pretty hefty price tag, so despite the fact that the seat shouldn't cost $700, it's probably worth it in the end. The most important thing you can do, as I've discovered in the 5 bikes that I've had, is put a good seat on, because if you're not comfortable while you're riding, what's the point? This install should have taken approximately 10 minutes. It probably took approximately about 40 minutes with the stupid 2 bolts. Just finessing those 2 bolts of the back seat in and out just took up way too much time. Otherwise, this would have been a super fast install. We hope you guys enjoyed this, and
Ride hard, ride free.
keep the rubber side down.